And we start off with our two main characters. In the vanilla game, we have Nate and Nora. Nate, a war veteran and new father, with Nora as his lawyer wife, with their newborn son, Sean. But we're not playing Nate and Nora. We're going to play as Lucy. So obviously, we want to kind of make her man Monty. Let's see if Monty has settled down any. Let's see if we can give him kind of a Monty look. So you see I've just kind of hovered over his hair, and I'm going to press style, and we'll give him the alpha man, alpha male.
Wait, did you get a haircut yesterday?
And change the color. In the show, he kind of had a dirty blondish look. I think the dirty blonde option here is a little too blonde for how he looked in the game, so I'm just going to pick this light brown option.
This new haircut's really working for me.
But he's not our main protagonist. We want to create a Lucy, so let's go ahead. You can hit this X button here to change sex, and they'll swap places.
My turn, big guy.
Now, the big thing with her, of course, is the hair. Now, unfortunately, in the vanilla, we don't get that great messy ponytail that she likes to wear. This is really the only ponytail option, this young at heart. So if you do want the ponytail looking Lucy, you're going to have to pick this young at heart option. Your other one could be this crazy morning. So at least you get her kind of messy hair, but at least parted down the middle. Doesn't go all the way down to her shoulders like it does in the episode. So it's kind of up to you. If the part down the middle is important to you, along with some not necessarily bangs, then crazy morning might be a good pick for you. But I'm going to go with the young at heart so we can stick with the ponytail look.
New hairstyle? I love it.
And then I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but let's just go through the basic things that are most important. If we pick face and then hover over the eyes, I think we know that that's one of her major things about her is those great big eyes of hers. And we could, for the type, I would say
I think
she's
Sean
probably
has my
got,
eyes.
I'm going to pick the wide 5. Now, let's see, another prominent feature she has are, of course, her lips. So for the type there,
You have such a cute chin.
she kind of has,
I still got it.
I'm going to go with the long pout 3. She's kind of got those pouty lips. Then next you have the eyebrows. I'm going to go
So
for averaged arched. Now she has, I would say, a more rounder face than what they give you. So for chin, let's see if we can move that chin up a bit. There we go, to give her more of a rounded look.
That looks nice.
And we kind of maybe see if we can't do something about her cheekbones. Maybe raise those cheekbones a bit.
Sweetie, you look as beautiful as the day we met.
And as far as her forehead, I'm going to widen it a bit to kind of give her, again, a more of a rounded face. You could spend hours and hours and hours doing this sculpting. I'm no artist at all. I'm going to go ahead and just go with this.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Although I am going to, I wish they would let you adjust her height. I think she's a bit tall and thin for the Lucy character. As you can see, these would be the options there. I think she's got a little bit of meat on her bones. I wish we could make her a little shorter. So I'm going to go with that body style. See how she looks in her vault suit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and confirm this Lucy character that we've made, or I've loosely made.
Now, let's see.
Now we know that her name will be Lucy. So that's easy enough. Now, you see we have these various attributes here: strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And if you take the first letter of all of these, it spells special. So that's kind of known as your special stats. So let's figure out what's going to make Lucy special. Now, as we can see, strength is a measure of raw physical power and affects how much you can carry and the damage of melee attacks. Perception is environmental awareness, and it affects weapon accuracy and VATS. Endurance is your overall physical fitness and affects your action point drain from sprinting. Charisma is obviously how much people like you and will determine how often your persuasion checks and dialogue pass, as well as prices you get when you barter. Intelligence, just raw overall mental acuity, and it affects your experience points and how many experience points are earned for each task. Agility, overall finesse and reflexes, also affects the number of action points you get in VAT and your ability to sneak. And then finally, luck, just a measure of good old general good fortune. Also affects the recharge rate of critical hits. Now, if you're wondering what Lucy's stats might be, a game came out recently called Fallout Shelter, and Lucy is a character who visits you in the shelter, and she has stats. So her stats in that game are a strength of 4, a perception of 7, an endurance of 6, a charisma of 5, an intelligence of 6, an agility of 5, and they give her a luck of 7, making her lucky 7, a pretty lucky person. Unfortunately, we do not at the outset of the game have enough points available to create those stats. Now that doesn't mean that we can't get there, and in the next video I will show you kind of a hack or a cheat to where you can start playing the game at that level. But for now, let's work with what we have. Now, another way to look at this is you could put 4 points in every single perk or stat, and that would be, I would say, the average. So if you were to average them all, that's what you would be. Well, I would say Lucy is a little bit below the average strength. We can see that she does not rely on strength, even though she is in the pipe fitters group there in the vault. She reveals that. She also has somewhat of an inner strength. So physically, when it comes to physical strength, you might give her a 2, but due to all her pluck, we'll go ahead and give her a 3 because of her mental strength. Now, perception, I'm going to leave at 4. She's only been around people who are actually in the vault. So when it comes to dealing with people outside the vault, the perception of events going on are very different and often confusing to her. So we'll go ahead and leave that as fairly average. Now, endurance, I'm going to move all the way down to 1. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because she's been living this safe, comfortable life in the vault. 3 meals a day, no disease, no rads, so no radiation effects, clean water. She's really led a pretty sheltered life and has not had to endure too much adversity. Not saying that this won't increase as we play the game, but I think that this is a good starting stat. Charisma, I think we can also agree that she's just a tad bit more than average. That go-getter personality of hers is really attractive to, I think, people. People just generally like her. Luck, I'm going to tamp that down a bit because I would not say she starts the game terribly lucky. If you look at what happens to her in the vault as far as marrying a raider, so I would say her wedding turns out to be pretty unlucky. Her dad gets kidnapped. That's pretty unlucky. There's a new overseer, and then they find out that they're going to have to repopulate Vault 32, so nobody's really interested in helping her look for her dad. So I would say as the game starts, she does turn out fairly unlucky. But We can also all agree she has way above intelligence, that not only is she a school teacher, but she will say while she has a lot of brains, not quite the gift as her dad or brother, but still pretty good. And then agility, we see that she does a lot of hand-to-hand combat. She was on the martial arts team. She does gymnastics. So I would say that she has more than above than average agility. So these are the stats that we're going to start with as we leave the vault. Again, as we level up and increase our experience, when we level, we will have a choice to add to these to increase them. So I think this is an accurate representation of Lucy as she would leave the vault. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.